Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long boys blues, 1975. YouTubers on the rise, reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long boys blues, 1975.
Welcome to another arcade versus home port. In this video I'll be taking a look at, well, this Super Monaco Grand Prix, running on Sega's X-board and released in 1989, and its Megadrive home port released in 1990 by Sega, so that would have made it a launch title, I believe, or very close to a launch title, at least in the UK or PAL territories. Now, it's a sprite scaler, which is why I want to include this. The Mega Drive version is by no means, you know, poor or anything like that. It's a very, very good game, reviewed very favourably, and it's got a couple of tricks up its sleeve that make it still worth owning and playing today, and it's super cheap. Obviously there's a sequel, which is Ayrton Senna's Super Monaco GP 2 on the Mega Drive, but obviously that's not really the same thing as such. So first of all, we'll take a look at this. As you can see, another sprite scaler in car, based set at the famous Monaco Grand Prix, where you can see the track on the right and that top down. The screen is really busy. I really like it. It was intimidating when you saw it in the arcades back in the day, because there was so much going on, and again it looked phenomenal and blew away almost all the other arcade machines of the time. Every time you thought that sprite scalers couldn't get any more impressive, you know, hang on, look, welcome Sega Grand Prix. Shouldn't that be welcome to the, not welcome Sega Grand Prix, because otherwise that's suggesting that she's about to accommodate the entire Grand Prix. Phil. Anyway, yeah, you know, you had Hang On, Space Harrier, you know, stuff like that. Afterburner Thunderblade. Just when you thought sprite scaling could not get any more impressive, then this came out, and I suck at it, but I've always been impressed by it, and I've always had a soft spot for it, and so I had to include it in this series. Is it the first arcade racer to include a, as you can see at the top of the screen, a rear view mirror? I don't know, I'm pretty sure it's one of the first, which in itself is incredibly impressive and very useful, and you will need it to battle through it. But yeah, because you've got to finish in a certain number. There's 20 cars basically, and you have to keep finishing beneath a certain number that will tell you, or you fail. And there's a qualifying lap. And so anyway, let's get into it. Let's put some money in. You've got 3 modes, automatic. These increase your performance, but I'm going to have to go with this one because shifting takes a lot of getting used to. Speedometer, or speedometer, because I'm English, top there. Either that's brake or he's going E. But look at it. Oh, it's so much goes on, mind. I have to play this on analog. But yeah, I mean, monitors were bigger back in the day and stuff, but it was impressive. But it's like it's ramming too much information into your head. But it's cool. I mean, look at it. Right now, obviously, this is not qualification. Then was that specific to the Mega Drive? I don't know. Oh shit! There's my position gauge. You can pit stop, can you? I'm not sure. I haven't played the arcade version for ages. I just drove through a man. That was qualification. Sorry, dude, but hey, if you're gonna stand in the middle of the track, that's on you, not me. I'm not losing any sleep. Right, full grid now. Cutting through the pack like a hooker through prophylactics. Sorry. This is what I mean about, see, block him off, use your rear view mirror, but again, so much is going on, and then so much, you know, having to keep using your mirror. Oh, I think I'm going to have a seizure. 18th of 20. Less cards in the Mega Drive version, as you'd expect, but yeah, so the map is accurate on the right hand side, but the actual track itself, the way it turns and stuff like that, is not. Will not drop on the 7th now. Woo! Look at him! Into the crowd, you bastard! Oh, have I ballsed it? No. Yeah. Doesn't mess around. Looks amazing. Really intimidating, I'm going to say, because so much is going on. Look at that nice heat shimmering effect. This, again, I mean, if you aren't from my generation, I cannot explain to you when you saw these scalers, particularly this. back in the day, how utterly impressive they were. I'm going to go with auto again because I can't remember what shift is as I'm playing this on an Xbox pad. Look, 7 speed on the far right if you want. Yeah. And again, though, obviously, because I'm not doing that, qualifying, so I've only, you see on the track, I've only got the initial bit. Right, yeah. But yeah, 7 on this, God. Ooh! That's my Formula 1 hard-ass driver noise. Ooh! Ooh! That one wasn't. Ooh, so this is easier on digital, but it would have had an analog wheel, wouldn't it? Oh, so who's that, pace car? No, because he'd start in front of me, wouldn't he? Come on. Am I even going to finish? That counts. Well, slightly better than last time, 5th. Right. Boom. Lovely music. Not very Grand Prix. Or as I used to say when I was a kid, Grand Prix. No, you don't. I don't want to, I'm just going to concentrate on making it round the track. I don't want to look in the rearview mirror. I know you're supposed to, but it's hot as hell and I just got home from work. And my brain can't take that kind of hammering. I mean, if you played this in the arcades or you saw this in the arcades, I'd love to know what you think. Oh, sorry, it was a bit bad. That's on me, not it. Ooh! I mean, if I look at the map, because the map apparently is accurate, does it give me the severity of the corners to help me out? I don't know. I'm scared, hold me. Yeah! Oh look at that! No you don't. I'm going to have to try and stop some of these people because I'm at 12 now. Oh, that's impressive. See, as a kid I would have just said, oh my god, this is just like driving in real life. Oh, not so much that bit. Flicky! Was this criticised for some of the advertisements in it? Or advertisements? I don't know, I can't remember. I'm sure it was. Shit, I've just 180. Don't remember it doing that. Well, there you go. Super Monaco or Super Monaco Grand Prix. Don't know what happened to the rest of the year. In the arcade running on Sega's X board. Damn, that was impressive. Now let's see how it fares on the SEGA Megadrive. I have a feeling it's not going to be arcade perfect. Welcome to Super Monaco GP on the SEGA Megadrive, released in 1990. Now, as I just previously said, look, you got the same title screen, you got some decent music. It's very much, you know, a flavour of the arcade machine. But as I said previously, we all knew, right, that it was not gonna be anywhere near close to the arcade machine. Now, I played this originally on my Japanese one. I borrowed it off a mate, the only other kid at school who had an imported Japanese Mega Drive, for the record. I had mine before his, because I was cooler. Paid for it myself. His parents bought him his, but that's irrelevant. I was freaking popular that year, I can tell you. But yeah, I borrowed the Japanese version, so I don't know how it was marketed in Japan or in America, but being either a launch or very close to a launch title in the United Kingdom, it was once again, you know, this is Sega were marketing these games and this as being, you know, look, that arcade hit comes home, real arcade hardware, you know, at home to bring home all our great games. And yeah, you know, while the hardware was shared with the arcades, you know, you'd have to have been stupid to think that you were going to get the Sega arcade machine. But you get a very kind of trimmed down Diet Coke version of Super Monaco GP that does play very well like the arcade machine, with just a complete lack of background graphics. But then, as you would expect that, because the Sega Mega Drive had no hardware for sprite scaling. But if you look at this, because early Sega games did this, whether it was to compensate for that or just because they felt like giving you extra, because you could argue that a direct arcade port and nothing else would be very limited, they gave you a World Championship mode. That's right. Basically, instead of just racing around Monaco, but you can obviously also race with that, you get a full season based on the 1989 Grand Prix, Formula 1 Grand Prix season, where you have to win races. You start off with a car that's slow as tits. Win races, you know, progress, upgrade, stuff like that, and yeah, compete in a full season of Formula 1. It's fantastic. It is worth buying this game for that mode alone, and it was praised the hell of in magazines for that. That in itself was just, you know, one of the reasons it got such high, you know, reviews and stuff like that. It is a very good, impressive game. Just don't let the fact that it can't convert the arcade, you know why I'm doing this series, obviously, because of its sprite scaling, put you off what a good game it is. Right, type A, normal, level, easy, because I'm a pussy. Keep it up. Right, speech is a bit... Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Yeah, speech is a bit... Yeah. But, right, hang on, let's try again. Keep it up. You know when you watch Ghost Adventures and stuff like that, and they said they've caught something on there, you know, whatever it is, recorder. Sounds like that, doesn't it? In fact, I'm pretty sure I watched an episode when they said that. Right, so, accelerate, brake, pit in. I'm playing this actually on a Pi, so I don't know how that's mapped to the keys. Shift up and shift down is on the D-pad. Now, I'm going to go with automatic, not just because I'm a pussy, but so it's comparable, you know, to the arcade version I just played, which means if you ever so slightly slip and go up or down, I don't know what it does, I think it engages brake for some reason, which you'll know because it makes a god-awful noise. Right, Super Monaco GP. I was going to put some money in, why would I put some money in? Right. I do like the music, but there you go, look. Everything is tailored to showing that, like, I do love the Megadrive presentation on this, but yeah, automatic, then you've got obviously 4-speed and 7-speed. We're going with beginner, but yeah, like I said, the fact that they've changed it so, you know, they've incorporated the control, you know, in the presentation of this game from the Megadrive, the pad, I always thought that was a lovely touch. You know, they probably aged the worst out of some of the original games, but with all these nice little touches on the original early ones, it was cool. Map, bottom right, obviously restricted for qualification. Mirror at the top, that is very, very, very impressive. There's no denying that. That's brake. It sounds like I've just blown my back box out. Ooh, that's because I slipped on the D-pad? What's it like on analog? Oh, and he's passed me. And that was shocking. Now, obviously, so yeah, your speed is left, your time is in the middle or the top, which will be your position will be above that. It's only 15 cars in this version, probably because even though it hasn't got, it's doing everything by software, that would still, 20 would still be too much. Now, yeah, so you haven't got any background stuff, but the track moves, dips and stuff like that extremely, extremely well. 15th. Shocking! Same qualification screen. I'm not going to show the full circuit. I'll run through one. Listen to that. I do remember it had really impressive stereo sound back in the day. Look at this! Oh shit, that's what I get for saying, look at this! I guess I won't be keeping it up. Right, he'll say that in a minute in his god-awful Ghost Adventures voice. But yeah, the number of cars on screen and how big they are, and for software, the sprite scaling is really, really impressive. I think it looks really, really cool. I think it looks really, really... I'm going with the take your finger off accelerate approach to this. Look, see a little dip, little bend. So yeah, it may not be, but we didn't think it was going to have. And also, I guess they completely removed, like, roadside stuff, because whether, you know, an outrun and stuff like that, oh shit, that's that bastard bend from the arcade. Yeah, you know, outrun and super hang-on stuff like that, you could put limited amounts in. There's no way that this could have done, you know, stuff the size of the arcade. So I guess they just went with, well, we'll leave it out, we'll just concentrate on making the track look nice, which it does, really does, and it does resemble the arcade. Yeah, make the track look really nice. Oh, woo, that looks cool, that looks really cool. And yeah, make it accurate to the arcade. Obviously, when you do each, you know, the full season, then you get loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of tracks. See, I can't go beneath that. And like I said, them having a mirror in this on a Megadrive is really impressive. Think how intensive that would be if it's doing it accurately. Could you say in real time on a Megadrive game? I don't know. You don't. You're like, yeah, I made it. And like I said, it plays like the arcade, as in it's not easy, even though I'm playing it on easy. You know what I mean. Oh, I forgot to mention boring random fact. It wouldn't be one of my videos if I didn't give you a boring random fact that no one wants to know. Super Monaco GP is actually a sequel to their 10 years better late than never, their 1979 racing game, Monaco GP, which was actually a top-down racing game, and quite popular at the time, and actually for the time quite impressive. Ooh. Yoink. See, that's me slipping because I'm trying not to use brake on the pad. The controls are really tight, by the way. So I'm not sure, is that the noise it's supposed to make? Or is that, it's doing the change gear noise, even though I'm in automatic, isn't it? Hey, I finally saw a bloody car. Can I get a white stick? Come on, see? Thanks, Ghost Adventures bloke. Go on, go on. No. Limit over. See? I think this, for what they were doing on, you know, obviously it was ported to other systems by US Gold. This wipes the floor with all of them. Although I've done a gameplay of the Spectrum version, and the Spectrum version is really, really impressive for what it is. It's still a little bit more free practice. Yeah. No, we'll go with mine. You want to see cars and shit, don't you? I could try gears, but yeah, that's not going to happen, is it? Going with the take your finger off accelerator approach, Dave, just like when you drive your Mini. Right. It does have really nice sound if you have a decent stereo setup. I don't have a decent stereo setup, and obviously that will not be carried over through YouTube. But hey. Right. Yoink! Yoink, yoink, yoink! See, like I said, the track itself and the way it moves is super, super smooth and really, really impressive. So what is he? Is he a pace? So what is it? Point for quotes. Is he a pace car? Hey, we actually finished qualification. Where am I? 5th. Same as the arcade then on this. Well, it makes sense on this difficulty setting. Whoa. It's good to see that the screen layout, especially when you've got loads of cars on like this. Oh, you bastards! You cut me off. It's still kind of intimidating. I guess that's the approach they went for, isn't it? I mean, if this was one of your first games on the Mega Drive and you played it, never played in the arcade, or you played it and bought it specifically because you played the arcade, I'd love to know what you think. But one roundup, obviously, it's another example, and I had to do it because I like sprite scalers. That it was never. It does it justice. You know, it feels like more like Super Monaco GP, but it was never going to compete with the arcade, and we all kind of knew that. You know, it was far more difficult to port a game like this than it was Outrun, but as always, I'd love to know what you think. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.